defended against the idea, and he comically decided to punch himself in the face, knocking himself out in the process. Despite Big Show being a menacing heel at the time, the WWE veteran had no choice but to smile and briefly break character.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I died laughing at that. Hey yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Blaze here, back to you with another one here for Venomous Reactions, and today we got a WrestleMania video. And this is WWE wrestlers being broken by RTruth. I'm already expecting the funnies and the laughter to come in, because I said it once and I'll say it again. RTruth is a national treasure when it comes to WWE. I mean, he don't even have to say anything to know that it's gonna be a good segment or a good backstage promo or anything like dealing with the backstage shenanigans. You know it's gonna be hilarious. So we're gonna see what WrestleMania is talking about with this one. I'm ready for it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
10 times RTruth made a wrestler break character. Number 10, RTruth is in the WWE title tournament. One of the most hilarious aspects of RTruth's character is a trait that he thinks that he's in matches that he was never booked in. In the year 2015, WWE were hosting a tournament to crown a brand new WWE champion, and this tournament was going to culminate at the annual Survivor Series. On the SmackDown before the show, The Miz hosted an episode of Miz TV with the 4 men in the tournament, and this was a by-the-numbers segment. Well, that was until RTruth interrupted, who wasn't even in the tournament. Truth would declare that he plans to win the tournament, and this was enough to make Roman Reigns break, as he couldn't keep it together. It's worth pointing out that Truth and Reigns have always had a close bond, so Reigns was probably used to Truth making him cry with laughter. Number 9, RTruth makes date.
Hey, you know it's something where you can make Roman Reigns, before he became the tribal chief. You know it's something where you can make him break character. Like, what is he talking about? Like, Truth, you're not in the match. Give it up. Oh man, that alone will be a classic RTruth moment, in my view. Even this one.
Damien Priest laugh. When RTruth returned to WWE TV in 2023 following a serious injury, he began a storyline with the Judgment Day. This storyline saw Truth begin to believe that he was a member of the faction, and the segments between Truth and the Judgment Day members have been
that
incredible.
Is gold.
In one particular segment on Raw in December 2023, Truth was cutting a promo, and the promo was so funny that Damien Priest began to laugh. Truth would state that Priest didn't mean it when he said he didn't like him, and Truth knew that this because he saw it in Damien Priest's eyes. Priest hilariously turned away from Truth as he couldn't.
Yo, Damien Priest, he tried to hold it together, but he couldn't. I mean, it's hard to contain laughter when you're around RTruth, man. As you can see, Damien Priest, he folded. But yo, man, that's the good thing about it, man. Truth is around, just to provide good, hilarious comedy in the wrestling world, as well as doing this thing in the ring. So you gotta love it.
Keep it together. And Dominic Mysterio was also clearly trying to hold in his laughter so much.
He folded too.
Mentioning another promo in which Damien Priest and RTruth exchanged words backstage after Truth was caught selling bootleg Judgment Day merchandise backstage.
Bootleg.
Truth then asked about Tom and Nick Mysterio and said that he couldn't find Nick on Facebook. Damien Priest immediately had to turn away to hold it in. Number 8, RTruth Raw Talk shenanigans. WWE booking RTruth to be a regular guest on Raw Talk was a genius move. Truth brought a great element of comedy to the show when he made a number of wrestlers break character, including the usually serious Shayna Baszler. During Baszler's appearance on the show in 2020, she would complain about the catering backstage in WWE, and this is when Truth brought up the fish on the menu, specifically mentioning the tartar sauce. Baszler began to smirk, and she was clearly tickled by RTruth's antics. The former NXT Women's Champion tried her best to stay in character as she would proceed to put her head down away from the camera to hide the
It's
fact
nearly
that she found
impossible.
Truth utterly hilarious. Number 7, Randy Orton can't keep a straight face. Randy Orton fell victim to RTruth's comedic charm during the backstage segment in 2020. Orton was backstage with his former mentor Ric Flair, and this was when Orton and Flair were interrupted by Truth. Truth believed that Flair was actually Akira Tozawa. Flair instantly smirked, but Orton was forced to go off script and put his hand over his face. Orton couldn't hold it in as Truth's delivery was so unbelievably good, and as always, his comedic timing was completely on point. Seeing Truth interact with main event level stars such as Orton is always a delight, and it's always led to a memorable and celebrated segment. Number 6, RTruth.
The fact that Randy had to go off script, like, oh my God, why? Why did this segment have to include him out of all people? I'm trying to maintain character here. I'm trying not to bust a gut laughing, but when you're around RTruth, it's nearly impossible to contain laughter, as we just saw. Poor Randy. He fell victim to the comedy known as RTruth. You love to see it.
Thinks he's in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh,
you just never know
Lord.
when RTruth will insert himself in a random segment. And in 2015 on an episode of Raw, Truth was 100% convinced that he was booked to compete in the upcoming Money in the Bank ladder match. On the Raw episode in question, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, and Kane were having a promo exchange, and this is when Truth interrupted. Truth would declare that he was going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and Kane interrupted Truth to remind him
Truth,
he
bro.
wasn't even in the match. Truth would then proceed to pull the most exaggerated yet humorous facial expression ever seen on WWE TV. Whilst Truth was making everyone in attendance laugh, the camera cut towards Reigns and Ziggler, who were both completely losing it in the ring. Number 5, Dirty
Oh, such a good moment there. Even to a point where Dolph Ziggler was like, oh my God, why Truth? Why? Why do you have to come out here and give us the comedy, bro? Why? Oh man, but yo, the cameraman was on point on that one. They captured all of that.
Don't feel for love. But Dominic Mysterio is one name that has clearly enjoyed working with RTruth in the Judgment Day, and in one match on Raw in late 2023, Mysterio found it hard to contain his enjoyment. Truth was wrestling JD McDonough, and RTruth randomly hugged Mysterio at ringside. This received a huge pop, and Mysterio had the biggest smile on his face in what was a rare out-of-character moment for Dirty Dom. Following the hug, Mysterio
yeah, it was out of character, bro.
To the ring post, and this was met with a chorus of boos from the audience.
Of course.
Number 4, RTruth mocks AJ Styles' house. The WWE fanbase has become accustomed to never knowing what's going to come out of RTruth's mouth. And when Truth appeared on Raw Talk with AJ Styles in 2020, fans were left in total hysterics. Truth asked AJ Styles about his claims that SmackDown was a house that AJ Styles built, but Truth had hilariously somehow interrupted the statement, as Styles being the one to build SmackDown as if SmackDown was a physical building. Truth then proceeded to ask AJ if he also did condominiums and tiny houses. AJ was completely speechless at what was unfolding. Even Raw Talk host Charlie Caruso got involved in comedy antics, and she replied to Truth's comments with, "That's a great question." Number 3, RTruth knocks himself out. A Miz TV segment in late 2015 was going off the rails when Big Show arrived and cleared the ring. This segment looked to be a generic and formulaic segment designed to make the Big Show look strong, yet it was RTruth who managed to steal the show. When it came time for RTruth to physically face up to the Big Show, Truth decided against the idea, and he comically decided to punch himself in the face, knocking himself out in the process. Despite Big Show being a menacing heel at the time, the WWE veteran had no choice but to smile and briefly break character.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I died laughing at that. Like, no, wait. Do I take a punch from the Big Show, or do I just knock myself out? And Truth, yeah, he went the most safe route and just KO'd himself. Oh man, to a point where Big Show himself, briefly just start to like snicker and chuckle like, damn, you really just stole the show. Oh, this is good.
One of the reasons why Truth's comedic antics work so well in segments of this nature is that WWE never overdid them. Truth's involvement in major segments is kept limited, so that when he does eventually get involved in the main event picture, fans know they're in store for a treat, and they could be witnessing a show-stealing comedic segment before their very eyes. Number 2, RTruth dresses like a Confederate soldier.
Oh, Lord.
In 2011, WWE decided to do something new with RTruth. He returned heel and embarked on some of the most entertaining and acclaimed work of his career. Whilst the heel persona was drastically different compared to his lovable babyface act, the comedy was kept as a key part of the character, and during the heel run, Truth managed to make wrestlers break character, including the legendary Stone Cold Steve Austin. In a segment between Austin and his arch-rival Vince McMahon, Truth randomly interrupted dressed as a Confederate soldier. This segment was wild, and Truth began marching around the ring, informing everyone that he had seceded from the WWE universe.
God.
McMahon managed to remain in character at all times, yet this wasn't the case for Austin, who had the biggest smile on his face. The WWE production team were clearly aware that Austin wasn't staying in character, so they tried to limit showing him on screen during the segment as much as possible. And number 1, RTruth.
Oh my God, bro. This had to be a Vince thing for him to dress up like a Confederate soldier. It had to be a Vince thing. Oh my God. But despite ridiculous outfit or not, it was still a hilarious segment. As you saw, Stone Cold was like, yo, what the hell am I watching here? Ooh, good times. Good stuff. Hated the outfit though, but good stuff.
Makes Brock Lesnar break character. In early 2020, WWE aired a segment that on paper
I can see why this is number 1.
RTruth would engage in a confrontation with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, and the segment was so funny that Lesnar broke character and was almost on the floor laughing. In the segment, Truth would declare that he's going to throw Paul Heyman over the top rope in the annual Royal Rumble match. Truth believed that Heyman was in the Rumble instead of Lesnar, and after discovering that it was in fact Lesnar in the Rumble, Truth amazingly undeclared himself from the match. Truth would reflect on this acclaimed segment during an interview with TalkSport, and this is what he had to say. The thing about this was that they didn't want Brock to know what I was going to say. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like personally Brock should know what I'm going to say, and they're like, no, Truth, we got a bet going. We want to see if you can make him laugh, if you can pop Brock. I said I can make him laugh, but I want to make him laugh in a happy way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn him into Brock out there. I agreed to it. When we went out there, I saw Brock starting to hold his laugh in. Truth also mentioned that Lesnar loved the segment and began to push for him and Truth to do more segments together on TV. And after that segment was over, we're in the back and Brock was still laughing. He said, bro, we've got to do something together. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but there's something there. And we left it there. I know that's something we can always go back and pick up, but it's one of the highest moments in my career right there. And what the infamous Lesnar segment showed was that Truth did indeed have the ability to make any wrestler laugh on the roster, yet he never negated or undermined their characters. Lesnar still looked credible in the aforementioned segment, and it was truly wonderful to see Lesnar enjoy Truth's antics as much as the fans. There you have it, folks. 10 times RTruth made a wrestler break character.
Oh man, it's such a feel-good moment when you can make the beast incarnate break character. But you know, that's dope, man, to see that Brock actually pushed for him and Truth to have like more segments together. But you know, with the current things the way they are now, I doubt that's gonna happen. If you know, you know. But to see Brock Lesnar give Truth his flowers a bit, you know, that's a wonderful thing to see. And that goes to shows that, you know, Truth is loved throughout the whole company. Not just with the people in the back, you know, the talent that's out there, you know, busting ass day in and day out, but also with the WWE universe. Like, they cannot get enough of Truth. Like, every time Truth is out there or doing something backstage, you know it's gonna be some shenanigans that's gonna happen. And you love to see it each and every time. But yo, I gotta say, which one of these moments was your favorite from WrestleMania when it comes to RTruth? Yo, let the comment section have it. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. And don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe to kick it with your boys this one good solid time. like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss a video from the kid. You heard me. And please feel free to follow me on social media right over yonder. Now this here's your boy Blaze here saying Chuck the Deuce, and I will see y'all in the next video. And I'm out.